Well, hey there. Do you know where you are? You're in the Garageness Zone. My name is Doug Patterson. I am so glad that you stopped by. And apologies to those of you that like to watch these episodes. Apologies because it's been several weeks now since I've posted one of those. And sorry about that. I'm going to try to do a little bit better in the future. But anyway, as you can tell, I'm not in my usual location here. Usually I'm standing in front of my bench with maybe a project or two in front of me, and I talk about them for a little bit. But as you can see, that's not possible right now. Why? Because Christmas is only a few short weeks away, and my wife Ramona has been doing a lot of decorating, and so the Garageness Zone is now filled with crates and boxes and all kinds of things. We hope to get it cleaned up. I hope to get it straightened out here in just a little bit. But for now, I'm not able to do that. So where am I? Well, I'm sitting here in a comfortable chair. This is the chair where it is out in my garage, out in the Garageness Zone. And I come here and spend a lot of time in this chair. Every once in a while, Ramona will come out and she'll say, "What are you doing? I thought you were working on a guitar." And I'll reply, "Well, I am." Because for me, the skill, the actual building, the actual construction of a guitar or whatever else I might be building, that's only a part of it. It's an important part, and we always have to make sure that we're increasing our skills, don't we? We always have to make sure we're learning new skills and developing and building up the great skills that we already have. But that's, for me at least, that's only a part of the whole process. Because a part of the process for me is spending a lot of time sitting in this chair and thinking. All right? Now, what do I think about? Well, I reflect. I sometimes think back about the guitars that I've already built. And to this date, I'm not exactly sure, but I think it's right around 37. Different guitars that I have built. I only have a couple of them in my possession. The rest of them are in the hands of players, for which I'm happy, because, you know, what good is building an instrument if it's not going to help somebody bring beautiful music into the universe, right? I think about some of the guitars I've built, and I also do a lot of thinking about the guitars that I'm going to build. I have, as I said, I've already built like 37 guitars. I probably have, I don't know, another 370 at least in my head, ideas. And I think about those. And it's once that process begins, you see, it gets stored away in this library of upcoming things to do. And eventually they'll start coming to life. But they start here. I think about the guitars that I'm going to build. I think about the different people who are playing my guitars. I'm not a good guitar player by any stretch. I have a good ear, but I'm not a particularly good guitar player. I'd rather build them than play them, you see. But there are people who really do know how to play, and they are incredibly good. I'm jealous, if you will, but it gives me such great pleasure to hear them bring music into the world through an instrument which I built, because then I feel like a part of the process. So they are an important part of what I do. They're a part of that circle. They bring music into the world. So I think about that. I also just relax. You know, and I spend a lot more time these days relaxing. You know, I'm not 28 anymore. I'm 68 years old. And every once in a while, I try to make a little bit of an allowance for that, or my knees will tell me it's time to make an allowance for it. And instead of standing at the bench, I just have to sit down. And so I sit down and, you know, and I relax. And actually, it's in those times of relaxation that this whole creative process begins to flow. You see, it just begins to flow because it comes from within. It comes from within. You might say to yourself, I am not a creative person, to which I would say, Well, I have a word in mind, but I'm not going to share it on this video. Let's just say horse hockey. All right? You get what I'm saying? You are a creative person. You may not build guitars. You may not paint. You may not write. You may not do any of those things that we classically think of as artistic endeavors. But believe me, you are a creative person. You have that creative spark. So spend some time sitting, contemplating, thinking, dreaming, whatever it is you do. And that spark, if you'll just let it get fanned a little bit, will bring something beautiful into this world. And finally, sometimes I just sit here and think about the beach and think about how relaxing, how powerful, and how therapeutic it is. Well, I hope you enjoy it. I'm glad you stopped by, and I hope you come see me again. Next time, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be in a cleaned up garage in this zone, and we're going to be able to talk about something that I'm building. Until then, I hope you like this video. If you do, hit the like button. And I think there's a little icon there, a bell. Hit that and it'll tell you when the next thing is coming up. And share this with your friends. I'd appreciate it. You take care now. We'll see you. Bye.